Welcome, everyone, to Women's Speakers Association's WSA-TV premiere show, Women's Premiere Show. And today we're talking about the art of making graceful transitions. And, transitions can be turbulent experiences, but I've got some experts here who are going to make it way easier. So, as I said, I'm Laura Rubenstein. I'm your host and producer. Let's go say hi to our experts. Welcome, Marianne. How are you doing?
I'm great, Laura. How are you doing? And
Great.
today I'm delighted to be here. I am a certified retirement and relationship coach. You can find me at retireandbehappy.com and in beautiful Huntsville, Alabama. I'm also the author of a new book called Your Happiness Portfolio for Retirement. It's not about the money. Now, money's important, but the book's not about the money.
Hi, Jenni P. Thank you.
Hi, I'm really delighted to be here. My name is Jenni P. I'm an international success alignment strategist. You can find me on, ever so simply, jenni-p.com, and also in the beautiful Pyrenees Mountains in the south of France. I'm founder of the House of Preeminence and also Preeminence magazine.
Great to have you here, both of you. So excited to learn more about you. But first, I want to get into our topic, which is the art of making transitions graceful with lots of happiness and even style. So, Marianne, I thought you could jump in on this. And how can our viewers really approach transitions with grace?
First of all, I think everyone needs to be aware that there are multiple transitions throughout your life. One of the big ones, and the one I deal with, is retirement. The problem most people have is that they don't understand they're going to go through a transition. And therefore, when the turmoil and the turbulence happens, they aren't prepared for it. So the number one thing that's most important in making this a successful transition, any transition, is to be aware that you're going to go through it. And being aware that there are typically three components. They don't happen necessarily linearly, but when you are moving from something that was very familiar to you, like a career, to something that is unfamiliar to you, like your third act, you have to let go of what you had before, even the things you really enjoyed, as well as the things you didn't. And then it's a time, and this is why transitions so often are turbulent, is everything is shifting. You aren't clear about what the next picture is going to look like. And so it feels like it's wrong. But the truth is, it's a wonderful opportunity. It's an opportunity to figure out what it is you want this next stage of your life to be like, to think about it, to feel it, to design it, to make it happen. And then the third part is to embrace what unfolds. It's kind of like as you move through the transition, you're in a fog, and then one day you walk out of the fog and there's this beautiful pasture there, and that's the new chapter of your life. And so it's about enjoying that process of moving to that new phase of your life.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I love the advice to let go and allow things to happen here and accept that there is a new phase coming. Very, very important. And so, Jenni, I thought you could weigh in too now on how to make these transitions. Some of them, could be really messy, but you have a way, maybe you have some advice on how to make them actually more graceful and joyful.
Well, we're definitely on the same page as Marianne, because of course there is nothing else but change. Life is one big shifting landscape all the time. So what it takes is to master awareness and mindfulness, and the most powerful thing we can do is to keep asking ourselves, to what do I want, and to get clearer. For me, I love the expression, clarity is divinity. So I mean, we can do this every single day. It's just to keep getting clear. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? What is the next step? So clarity first, and then to keep asking yourself constantly, what is the greatest version of my life? What does it look like when I'm playing at my highest level, physically, financially, in my relationships? emotional. What in my third act, as Marianne said so beautifully. That's such a lovely expression. In my communication, in my image, my style. What does it look like? And then in your journal is to give it a score. Is to say if what does my life look like in all of those different areas if it was a 9 or a 10, and then to be quite brutal and then to say, well, what does it look like now? What score do I have now? But not brutal, not in a way that you're judgmental, but simply to become aware of the changes and transitions that you want to implement. So, and that comes down to three simple things: choices, making new choices, making the changes to implement those choices, and sticking with them as commitments.
So beautiful. Thank you so much for your advice. You talked about expressing yourself, being able to be really clear and knowing where you're going and scoring yourself. And then Marianne bringing in the letting go and the accepting of the whole process and really can be joyful. So I want to know a little bit more about each of you and how you got to this place, or who do you work with and what do you do? So Marianne, maybe you can share with us.
Well, I am a retirement coach, advisor, counselor, uh, because I retired twice. You see, I didn't get it right the first time, and that's another story. But when I retired the second time, I knew that I wanted to help people have the most wonderful relationship that they could have in their life. And so I studied relationship coaching. And as I was working with people in Naples, Florida at that time where we lived, I found more and more couples that came into me and said, we used to have this wonderful relationship and now all we do is bicker and fight. And the common denominator was they were not adjusting to retirement well. And so that propelled me into studying and earning a certification as a retirement coach. And of course, relationships folded right underneath that because that's an important part of it. But right now, I absolutely love being able to help people go through this um, challenge of moving out of your career. We know from research done by Ameriprise Financial that 69% of people face challenges as they move from the career phase of their life into this new, what we all believe is going to be a wonderful, blissful time of our life. And so 69% of people struggle with that. And so what brings me great joy is helping people make that the best time of their life, which is what compelled me to write my book. And the subtitle is Making Retirement the Best Time of Your Life.
I love that. Can you also share a story about how you help someone do this?
I can. And I mean, I've helped more people than I count. Believe me, I lost count a long time ago. But I one time met Rich, and it's not his name, of course, but when I met him, he was in incredible depression, which is unfortunately something that happens to a lot of people as they move into this time of their life. In Rich's case, leaving his career was not his choice. The important unit that he was ahead of was overnight eliminated, and he found himself thrust into this situation, and he responded with Great Depression. We started working together, and he he dealt with a number of things. Some of it was realizing and accepting that retirement wasn't a horrible thing, that it wasn't the end of the road. In fact, that there were wonderful possibilities above. He forgave the situation that had happened to him. And as he began to go through that part of his transition, the transition of thinking that he was in a horrible place to recognizing that there were wonderful possibilities ahead for him, he began to uncover some of his old loves, and one of them was writing. And so he today is about to publish a book. He has a screenplay that he has been committed to being made into a movie that he wrote about his time in Vietnam. He is so full of life today He can't wait to get up in the morning as opposed to not being able to get out of bed. He can't wait to get working on what his passion and purpose is. And therefore, his life is exciting to him.
Wow, and that's exciting for you, I imagine. And thank you for that awesome work you're doing with people and helping to spark that energy, that positive energy through this transition time and actually make the next phase so powerful. So Jenni, I'd like to hop back over to you and ask you about the people you work with. Who do you work with? What do you do for them? And tell us how you got there.
I work with women speakers actually, and presenters and women speakers. When I say women speakers, I mean presenters, broadcasters, and women entrepreneurs on the edge of greatness who are using lives and live broadcasting to bring their message to the world and make an impact. And I help them align their message and their mission and their presence, which includes their image and style, so that their public persona is unforgettably magnetic and conveys the value that they want to bring. So alignment to me is a big topic, and what it really means is it primes you for success. So I just love women with big dreams, big bodacious dreams who are going for it, and the stage and speakers. Women who want to speak obviously are attached to, they're very viscerally attached to, making an impact, and I love serving those kind of women.
That's great. Do you have a story about how you helped one?
Yeah, me.
Excellent. Let's talk about your story. I love it.
I had such an amazing lifestyle. I've only got the time for one story right now, but it's a powerful one. So when I was 40, I was a mother for the second time. I had my second daughter after 18 years after the first. And I was actually quite suicidal afterwards. I did not want to be a mother for the second time. And within 2 years, I transformed my life so powerfully that I actually was hired to fulfilled a big dream, and I was hired as a professional dancer in a revue in France. And I actually created my own equestrian cabaret. Yes, that's dancing with horses under a big top. And it was a lifelong dream. So after that, I dedicated myself. What is it that takes individuals from precarity, from trauma, from adversity, into really fulfilling their dreams, and brought it to a science which I've been studying now for 15 years. So it's a passion, as you can see.
Wow, yes, I can see how passionate you are and how excited you are to bring your wisdom out to other speakers and have them manifest their dreams. And Marianne, you too, is helping people make the most of their life till they can't, and we always can as long as we're breathing. So congratulations to all of you. And this is what we do here at Women Speakers Association. We love bringing your message out so that you can help more people. And if you haven't yet joined, check out our site, joinwsa.com, and find out what the same things that Jenni and Marianne are experiencing here. In fact, I'd like to hear from both of you about what is the value that Women Speakers Association has already brought into your life. So Marianne, you want to jump on that?
Yes, it became very clear to me early on that part of the way that I could get my message out to people who could benefit from it was by speaking. And so I did some, small time speaking around, and I joined Women's Speakers Association specifically so that I could learn their wonderful videos, wonderful training, and also learn how to be a better speaker, but also how to get my profile heard and seen by other people. It's a great platform for getting the fact that you are a speaker and what your topic is out to the world and to the people that are likely to hire you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. We're glad you did join us because you're part of our sisterhood. And Jenni, why don't you share with us a little bit about the value that Women Speakers Association is for you?
I was referred by a friend who is already a member, And I was overjoyed to find that there is an association as big and professional as WSA who is upholding Gandhi's prophecy of Western women being the biggest change, the paradigm changes that we are. So it's an absolute joy to find the depth of the level and quality of the training and the structure and the support. It's absolutely second to none. So congratulations.
No, thank you.
Agree with that.
Congratulations. We're all in this together. I love that you are taking advantage of the message, the mission, and we do live that. That is one thing that makes our organization unique is the collaborative model and the fact that we are change makers of the world. So again, if you're all interested in joining Women Speakers Association, or at least checking us out, please go to joinwsa.com. We'd love to welcome you in and your message, help you get it out there and help you get seen, get booked, get paid more widely. That's our mission. So thanks everyone. Thank you, Marianne and Jenni, for a fabulous show today. Your wisdom will there's a lot of comments here on Facebook. People are saying Layla was here and Grace Marie is here, and they love what you had to say, and they love the equestrian cabaret. What an interesting concept, and scoring the future and getting clarity and letting go, and wonderful. So thank you all for watching, and we'll be back with another episode soon of Women Speakers Association's WSA TV Women's Premiere Show. Bye for now.
Thanks, Laura. Bye.
Thank you.